I put my heart in this box. They be like, y'all need to stop it. We swipe a card and they rock us. These promoters is sharks and they partners. It's gonna be hard trying to stop us. Speaking for the fans when I say they offended me. But really, y'all part of the problem. Blinded by hate, you don't see the real enemy. You motherfucker be tempting me. Don't like your energy, you think you pimping me. If I for over 500 centuries, no penitentiary. I'm smoking plenty weed. I don't need no sympathy. Earl Spin versus Crawford gon' be all the time. Regardless of who win or lose, they still gon' be in the Hall of Fame. So I ain't even in my feelings. Regardless of the rain, I'm chillin'. Numb to the pain, no feeling. Can't do the same dope feeling. But guilty, but I ain't no villain. Lost my top, so it ain't no ceiling. Round versus Tank in the fight, I'm not feeling. Cause we already know that Tank gon' kill him. I wanna see Tank versus Devin, Haney. Even Frank Moore. What about Shakur? Boxing is not a sport that we can afford. Cause we know that rich people ride the poor. This I cannot ignore. I never been shot before. The pain is burning inside. My people died. It's just like a hunter who shot a bull. Damn. I put my heart in this box. They be like, y'all need to stop it. We swipe our card and they rob us. These promoters is sharks and they partners. It's gonna be hard trying to stop us. Speaking for the fan when I say they offended me. But really, y'all part of the problem. Blinded by hate, you don't see the real enemy.
What it do, what it do? It's 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles J. Say, man. Listen. I made that video earlier. Just want to go back over some shit. And also, just listen to the interview, Cigar Talk, with Regis Prograis. I said some shit. First thing I want to say is I said some shit in my first video. I said, man, I don't respect Regis. I ain't got no respect for him. And because he pleaded with Ryan after he quit and told everybody Ryan didn't quit and took up for Ryan. We got so much shit to say about Devin not being able to sell, but Ryan is a mega money fight and Teofimo is a mega money fight, and you know, shit like that. I was like, man, I ain't got no respect for Regis, but I just want to say this about your brother. I listened to your interview, and I enjoyed the interview. I definitely enjoyed the interview. I got a little more insight. I knew some of your story, but I got a lot more insight. Listen, I respect the fact that you're a family man. And most dudes from New Orleans, really Louisiana, that is one of the most family-orientated states. I swear to God, they are really, most dudes I've met from Louisiana, them motherfuckers, they very family-orientated. They very, very family-orientated. Very family-orientated. We ain't like that in Texas, so I'm just telling you. But, and you got a family, he got 3 kids. I knew you had kids, but I respect the fact that you're a family man. I respect the fact that you're a father to your children, and I'm happy for you that you are getting the biggest check of your pay, of your career. I'm happy for that. I think you do deserve it. That's just outside about this. Let's not talking boxing. I can fairly say, bro, that I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you as a man that you was able to make it out the goddamn jungles of New Orleans, one of the most dangerous, roughest cities in America. I'm happy for you that you made it out there. I'm happy for you that you are providing for your family. I'm very happy for you for that. So sometimes you got to separate the man from the fighter. A lot of these fighters be acting. Like Shakir, man, Shakir is a good dude, bro. You know, he hate, like, he jealous and shit, you know. He got, but nah, bro, outside of boxing, these dudes are great men to their family. They're great men to their mothers and stuff like that. So, yeah, outside the ring, I think you're a great man of your family. I think you, yeah, shout out to that, bro. Also, Regis Prograis do good interviews. You're very smart. I was very impressed. Very impressed. Regis Prograis, very smart. Very smart. Smart dude. He ain't no dummy, bro. And he was talking about how he got a little library in his book, and every book on the shelf he's read. He liked to read. He really a homebody. Regis Prograis is a regular dude. I see you with your shiny shit on. You got your piece and chain. I know that check was good. Yeah, Devin on sale, but I bet that check was good. Devin on sale, but that check was good. You don't know how to act. You finna go on vacation right after this fight. Boy, you done got the biggest check of your life. Listen, I can say that, bro. I'm happy for, I like to see all these fighters get paid. I understand what they risk. So that's a very serious thing. I like to see all fighters get paid. That's outside the ring. But in the ring, you said that basically Devin not real. Because he came from money and he had a father. Listen, that's the main topic I want to explain. Your story almost similar to mine, except you didn't go to prison. I grew up with my mother and father. My father, he was my world, and I feared him. Oh my God, I was scared of my pops. And I was a badass kid though. But everybody could stop me from fighting. I would stop in mid-swing from a fight if they say, "Here come your daddy." I would immediately stop fighting. I would immediately stop doing what I was doing. I pissed on myself before every ass whooping. Listen, I was terrified, and that's how it's supposed to be. Yeah, back then, every kid was terrified of his father. A lot of these kids ain't terrified of their father. That's why they can say, "I want to be a girl today." Yeah, today I've decided I'm a girl at 13 years old. It's a lot of shit, bro. We were terrified of our father, and it was very hard on me. He beat the shit out of me. A lot of shit, and he was my football coach. So I grew up, poor, but very well. I wasn't supposed to get in no fucking street. I wasn't supposed to be no goddamn thug. I wasn't supposed to be that, bro. I wasn't supposed to be that. I remember old school told me that one day in prison, and I was like, he said, "You ain't supposed to be here." I was like, what? What are you trying to say? I'm soft or something? But now he could see that, and this was at a point where I started changing and I quit banging and shit. So he just seen it. Man, this dude all along, he was a sharp, smart dude. And this dude way bigger than this gang shit. That's what he was trying to tell me. But my pride at the time, you trying to say I'm soft? All the goddamn fighting out in. Anyway, now, but you said you were separated from your father at a young age. Me too, at the age of 12. And I've mentioned before, bro, at the age of 12, I won MVP of the league. I played running back. I played linebacker. I even kicked the football off. I was an all-around athlete. At times, I played quarterback. In the 6th grade, I was the best football player in Marshall. Hands down. But that next year, my parents separated. I went to live with my mama. We was from house to house. We ended up in the north side. That's where the Bloods was at. And I found myself in the streets. But it was never fun. I was a good kid. I didn't know nothing about that. So in 1 year, my life completely changed. I went from being just about an A honor roll student, sometimes a couple B's. I went from that, being a good kid, singing in the choir, all this to the next year, a motherfucker trying to kill me. It was just a drastic change in my life. But now I grew up with my pops. And when I got in the streets, I used to go extra hard because I wanted to prove, because there was a lot of project babies. Listen, I'm a project baby, but I'm not a project baby. Listen, a project baby, that's the one mama was on crack and they were shooting dice at 7 and shit like that. And it's kids like that really thought I wasn't a badass because they remember I had a father growing up. So, you just not getting in the streets and shit. So I had to prove myself more. Motherfuckers used to look at me, bro, you had your father early in your life. You had your father, bro. Yeah, you grew up going to church, bro. You just not in the streets, bro. We been in the streets. Yeah, we was in the streets at 7. We was in the streets at 6. Yeah, I got shot at 10. Yeah, and so I wanted to compete in toughness. But one thing I didn't realize is that, bro, no matter what background you come from. I don't know if it's the training my pops used to. I used to have to train before football season. The whole summer, I would every morning, 5 in the morning, I go to the track. I'd run the bleachers, and I'd run around that goddamn track. I used to do a lot of different exercises. This at 10, 11, 12 years old. So I don't know if it was that, but just something brought out just the I don't want to say beast or just fearlessness at times in my life. It just brought out certain shit. So what I'm saying is, you don't have to come from the slums and have always had a hard life from a kid on up to be a bad motherfucker. What I'm saying, you don't have to go through that to be fearless. Sometimes it's the dog. It's the what they say. It ain't the dog in the fight. It's the fight in the dog. It's about the fight that you have in you. No matter where you come from. Earl Spence ain't from Dallas, like he's from DeSoto. Yeah, real dudes from Dallas. A lot of dudes. I done heard Dallas dudes criticize Earl. Man, he from DeSoto. Man, he had his mama and father. He ain't from South Dallas. Let me tell you something, bro. DeSoto is nothing like South Dallas. DeSoto ain't nothing like West Dallas, East Dallas, or North Dallas. It ain't even like the Cliff. And it damn sure ain't like the Grove. DeSoto is way safer. But boy, you would think Earl Spence come from the South Dallas projects. When you see him in the ring and the fearlessness and the dog in him, you would think he was from South Dallas. So what I'm saying is, it ain't all about where you from or what hood or how tough your hood was and shit. And I'm tired of us thinking that as black people, we think that you gotta not have a father. Your mama had to be on crack and you had to sell crack at 10 to be a tough motherfucker, a solid stand-up guy in the streets or as a man. I just don't understand it. I think it's a misunderstanding when it comes to that. You know, because I know this black man, it don't matter who else come from a mother and father household, like, because they don't say that shit about Ryan. Ryan had his mother and father. He wasn't struggling like that, bro. Don't nobody ever say that shit. Ryan really act like a white boy, bro. When you see him, how much he look in the mirror and pose and take pictures, that boy act like a white boy. Like he want to be a white boy model or some shit. But what I'm saying is, it's only when it's a black man that we feel like you really ain't gonna get credit unless you came up like me. Listen, I get it. I understand. And also, most of us grow up without a father. 75% of black women, raised single households. So 75% is pretty high. So 75% of kids are raised by their mother. So I get it, bro. But let me explain a little something to you about Devin that you might not know. First and foremost, he had his father. His father also went to prison, changed his life. Yeah, he used to have money and shit, but it wasn't Bill Haney goal to put Devin in boxing. No, it was not. He tell the story several times. At 5, 6, 7 years old, Devin was fighting in school. Bill Haney said, I'm finna take him to the gym. Not as a way to get him to start boxing, but figure after a few ass whoopings, he'll be like, okay, I don't want to be no bully. I don't want to fight no more in school and shit. Like to teach him to be better in school. And you know what I'm saying? That this ain't for you. He said when he put Devin in that gym, Devin beat up all them kids. And he wanted some more. It was just in him, bro. It was just in him. He said, I wasn't trying to get my son to be no boxer or no fighter. That's what he chose. And not even that's what he chose. It chose him. It chose him. This as a kid. And nobody tell him to fight. He was a badass kid. Money or no money, bro. You got badass kids that just want to fight. You're going to have kids that's fearless from all walks of life, bro. You're going to have a lot of scary motherfuckers from the hood. It's a lot of shit. So he wanted to fight at a young age. Not only that, Bill Haney did not spoon feed Devin when it come to being a boxer. Maybe when it come to having Jordans and shit and nice clothes and shit like that. But Devin told a story about Bill Haney used to put 3 different dudes and he'll make him spar 3 different dudes. This when he was like 15. These grown dudes. And he could only throw the jab. That's the only punch he could throw. He said, that's how my jab got so good. He could use defense, but he could only throw the jab and spoil 3 different dudes at one time. So it's just certain shit. And a lot of people act like they're going to Mexico shit with just some regular shit. It take a lot, bro, to take your ass to Mexico and be fighting off in that country, bro. That's a hell of a risk. So in my opinion, that's out the mud too. It may not be New Orleans out the mud because that is a hell of a city. It ain't many cities like New Orleans. It is a tough city to make it out of. But everybody got their own struggle, bro. So he was fighting in Mexico and shit like that. And you know, in my opinion, when it come to boxing, now Tank had a rough ass. Baltimore rough as shit. Out of all of them, I think that Baltimore boy is rough. Newark, New Jersey rough. But when it come to boxing, not your upbringing, but when it come to being introduced into boxing, I feel like Tank, Regis, and Shakur had a better opportunity. Better opportunity. Reason being, Shakur went to the Olympics. Devin didn't get to go to the Olympics. He went to the Olympics, bro. That is a lot of publicity. That's a lot of exposure. He went to the Olympics and became a silver medalist. Tank got Floyd, bro. And I think that's dope, and I think that's great. But, bro, even though I say Floyd ain't shit, and he can't, it seemed like he can't promote nobody but Tank. That shit didn't work with Hitchens. It didn't work with a lot of fighters. It may work with Moten. I hope so. But Floyd was a big instrument in making Tank a superstar. He put him on the undercard of his McGregor fight. Like, that kind of opportunity? Nah, bro. Tank and Floyd has worked with Devin Haney, but I'm talking about Tank been signed to him. They had their ups and downs. They got a hate relationship, love relationship, but Tank kind of grew up under Floyd. He grew up under Floyd. He grew up under one of the greatest of all time. Shakur also had his grandfather who put him into boxing. And you was a medalist, bro. And you got to sign to Top Rank. You got signed to Top Rank, a major promotional company. So I just feel like Top Rank ain't done right by you. They kind of giving you the bud treatment, but they starting to do somewhat better by you. Also, I'm gonna point out another thing that nobody want to talk about. Regis, this is your first major interview. And like I said, I'm happy for you, but if you wasn't fighting Devin Haney, that shit wouldn't happen, bro. Another thing I want to mention, Shakur wasn't getting no interviews like that till he started beefing with Devin. Am I the only one who know? Am I the only one who peeped this shit? Shakur has not got this many interviews in his entire career. But when his name got attached to Devin, interviews after interviews, bro. Interviews after interview. That's why I say Tank versus Devin is low-key the biggest fight in boxing. In my opinion. But I don't know if it ever happens. But Tank versus Devin is the biggest fight in boxing, in my opinion. That's a grudge fight. Motherfuckers ain't never liked each other, and they got history. They got spawn. It's too much history. But so I've seen Regis' name grow. I've seen Shakur names grow. Regis, right now you hot, and I know you highly motivated. You got out your city. You've been way off somewhere training longer than you've ever done. You taking this fight very serious. Like I said, bro. One more thing I gotta say. One more thing. I'm finna get off this motherfucker. I've given you credit, bro, and I respect you as a man and as a head of your household, bro. I truly respect that shit, and I respect the fact that you value family. You're a very intelligent young man, very intelligent. You're smart. And like I said, bro, you're just a simple man. You're a homebody. You love your kids. You're there hands-on with them. I love to hear that. You ain't just always in the club and shit like that. I really like to see that. You really on some grown man shit. But also I want to say this because at this point, bro, the more I hear you talk, what you about? Hold on, I'm trying to think of how old Regis is. Oh shit. Regis ain't no shit. What Regis? Is he in his early 30s? Regis probably about 31 or something. I don't think he know 35. Nah, I don't think he know 35. I think he about 31. I hate when I can't remember something. Fuck, make me sit here and look this shit up. How old is Regis? But the point I'm making is, I just feel like I hear you, bro. You saying that I ain't got to look 34 years old. Damn, kind of up there, bro. Well, I guess you can see why you talking like this. Yeah, 34. I ain't gonna lie. It don't show much in the ring. You still you because you ain't took a lot of punishment. But at this point in your career, I can tell that because you're saying it, you want money fights, and in your opinion, the money fight for you is Regis or Teofimo, and you keep saying Tank, but I'm telling you that fight ain't gonna happen. That fight will not happen. Not saying Tank gonna duck you. I just don't think he interested. But Teofimo Lopez and Ryan, you saying those are your next money fights, and I think you ready to cash out after that. You said being a champion is cool, but you'd rather have the money fights, and you're not so interested in Undisputed at 140. I just feel like this, bro. If you was to beat Devin, you might get the TO fight. Nah, I don't know. But that fight ain't big as you think, bro. The Ryan fight, it ain't big as you think, bro. I'm just telling you, those fights are not as big as you think. You notice whenever they promote the black versus the Mexican or the black versus whatever, they like to promote the style of when it's a black boxer versus an aggressive Mexican. They don't normally promote a aggressive black fighter against a Mexican boxer. No, you don't normally get that. That's why they love the Tank fight versus Ryan so much. It's because Tank is a boxer. Yeah, he a puncher, but he a boxer. And Ryan is a come forward, so-called knockout artist. It's the temptation of the fact that a Mexican can knock out a black fighter, bro. That won't be the temptation because Regis got a granny chin. I don't think T.O. or Ryan can hurt Regis. Don't see it happening. Regis got a chin. Hell no. I'm gonna tell you something. It only Tank. Only Tank. And it's gonna take more than a few left hands to hurt Regis. Nah, Regis got he got a chin. That's no joke. He can take a hell of a shot. But nah, bro. I don't like it. You haven't I know you want the money. I just hate how fighters get it. But it's just what we teach fighters. That's what they're taught. Man, just get this money and man go. I feel you, bro. I want you to get your money, but also you've been at 140 for what, 10 years? You're a 2-time champion. But you've never been a unified champion. You've never been undisputed. Even to be a unified champion, I'd like to see you try to do that. At least get another title. And I'm just saying, bro, like I said, bro, I would personally like to see you get by 3 more fights at 140 and try to clear it out. Go up to welterweight, bro. Go up to welterweight. It's nothing for you to make it. I would love to see you go to welterweight and fight Boots. If you was to beat Devin, bro, fight Matias or Garant and go up to one. And if you get past them, go up to 147. I want to see, bro, whoever come out at 140, bro, I want to see you go up to 147 and fight Boots. Whoever come out at 140 and they go for Devin, I've already mentioned in the Devin video. Whoever come out on top at 140, bro, I want to see you fight Boots. I want to see you move up and fight Boots, bro. He ain't got shit right now, bro. So, and I just know Boots ain't finna move up to no 154 right now. He ain't even won a title yet. So he gonna be at welterweight at least 2 more fights. At least 2 to 3 more fights. Boots still gonna be at welterweight. I want to see a 140 pounder step up to the plate and fight Jerome Boots Ennis. So I want to see you want to be great too, bro. Get the money, but also be great. Want to be great, bro, because if you beat Devin and beat T.O. and Ryan and retire, you're not a Hall of Famer. Yeah, Devin you ain't no Hall of Famer. It's not enough, bro. In my opinion, it's just not enough. It's not enough. You'll just be a fighter that won some good fights, made some money, and got out. I'm out for a fighter getting out with his faculties and with his mind clear and he ain't fucked up and ain't faced too much damage. But, bro, you got to want to be great. you gotta want to be great, bro. You gotta want to be great. And like I said, it's about the belief in self, bro. Do you believe you can beat anybody? Do you believe you the best? Do you believe you the best, or do you think you just a real good fighter? That's what I want to know from a lot of you fighters, bro. I'm telling you right now, whoever clear out 140, bro, your ass gotta fight Boots. It's mandatory. It's just how I feel. You know, Keith ain't gonna do it. There's a lot of fighters, bro. They just not gonna do it. Not on duty. Not on duty. But you did a hell of an interview. I'm happy for the exposure you're getting. It's well deserved. And also, when it comes to a lot of these programs, I just wish y'all interview these fighters early in their career. I just wish you don't have to take some mess and a bunch of shit talking and a bunch of this. I think people should have been followed up on Regis' story. It's a hell of a story. Coming from Hurricane Katrina and coming to Houston and end up linking up with Jamel and Jamal and Ronnie Shields, Holyfield, Rigondeaux, all these great fighters, Holyfield. So, man, you got a hell of a story, bro. A hell of a story. So I think it should have been heard. I think a lot of these fighters, you know, need to be interviewed early in their career. Also, a lot of these young fighters need to humble themselves. You know, you motherfuckers always looking for somebody with 50,000 subscribers or 100,000 subscribers to do interviews. Come to these small channels like 903 Boxing and get your interview on. Talk your shit. Throw a little sauce out there, and come see about some of this sauce. I'm not too interested in just doing a lot of interviews though, but it'll be dope sometimes to interview some of these young fighters. So I might start reaching out on Instagram or some shit like that. I might start reaching out to some of these fighters because they definitely need exposure, and it don't have to be when they finally get a huge fight or get a big build up or shit talking and mess to sell a fight. But you got a hell of a fight on your hands. I know you're gonna be ready. I think Devin Haney got an uphill battle in this fight. Because I'm telling you, Regis going to be ready. Regis going to be ready. He want to win. He's determined. I think he's more determined than ever in his career, especially with this fight. I think he truly want to be Devin. I think it's motivating him. He want to shut haters up. He want to shut a lot of people up who doubted him from his last performance. Regis going to come in tip-top shape, and he coming, and I'm telling you, that motherfucker got heavy hands. If you can't say nothing else about Regis, and he even said it all his life, everybody, he been knocking motherfuckers. His power is real. He has always knocked motherfuckers out. In the gym, in the streets, he really got power. It's not made up. His hands are heavy. He got heavy ass hands. So, yeah, gonna be an interesting fight. But shout out to you again for your interview. And like I said, bro, everybody didn't grow up with a father, bro, but don't look down on those who do have a father, because I think it should be a celebration type story that Devin Haney's father sacrificed everything to put him in boxing and make a life for him and change his life. I think it should be more of a celebration story instead of a manufacture, or you ain't real, or you didn't have it hard. Or I think it should be more of a celebration story for a black man to have a father in his life. This is 903 Boxing. I'm your host, George J. With that, I'm out.